No, come back. Not again. And with that, Zach's butt jumped out of the window and headed straight towards the football stadium. Brothers and sisters, you know I have called you here, so let me get right to the point. For too long, we have been forced to do the dirty work for the human race. For too long, we have been smacked, pinched, kicked, sat on, and generally regarded as figures of fun. For too long, we have been denied our rightful place on top of the neck, where we belong. Divided, we are just butts, but united, we have the potential to be the most powerful force on the planet. Right now, on an island in a sea of butts, butts from all over the world are working around the clock to fill an extinct volcano. And when it is full, it will become the greatest volcano in the history of the world. And when it erupts, it will become devastating enough to knock out every human being on Earth. That, my brothers and sisters, will be when we strike. We will swap places with the heads and assume our rightful position on top of the neck. By the time the humans come to, the age of butts will have already begun, and there will be nothing anybody can do to stop us.
Butts? It's taking the place of heads? Heads? It's taking the place of butts?
In elementary school, it was common for all of us to use silly epithets to demean our playmates. Fart knocker, duty face, penis wrinkle, and butthead. I mean, how silly! No one could actually be a butthead. But what if our butts decided to stage a coup, an honest-to-God uprising, and take their rightful place above the neck, dethroning the head? I mean, it's not that hard to imagine. It might have already happened. Trump, the day my butt went sick. My Edgar Allan Poe. That's enough out of you. By Andy Griffiths. So, Zach set out to find some help, and then he stumbled on something or someone amazing standing there in the middle of the street. There she was. Her name was Eleanor, and she was a butt fighter. When Zach explained the situation, she knew she had to help. So they made their way to her buttmobile, continued on over the sea of butts, and then made their way up on top of the volcano where they ran into a familiar friend. Zach, how did you know I was here? I followed you to the Midnight Butt Rally. I found out everything. Are you his girlfriend?
No.
That's too bad. You're cute.
Pity the same can be said of you.
Fiery temper. I like that in a girl.
That's it. I'm gonna rip your half.
Zach was about to charge at his butt when he heard loud popping sounds coming from the lake. He saw a series of enormous dome-like bubbles bursting on the lake surface. He didn't know what had caused them, but it was obviously something big and very smelly. And even worse, it was rising fast. Zach watched in stunned horror as it broke the surface. A giant butt, an enormous butt, a butt bigger and more enormous than any butt Zach had ever seen. There was no mistaking it. It was the great white butt. Master, I have brought you an offering that will make you very happy. Behold, the butt hunter's daughter. So you are the daughter of a man who has foiled every revolution I've ever tried to stage, hunted and killed until thousands of my family and friends, pursued me around the world for the last 30 years with hardly a pause for breath. It is a very great pleasure to meet you, and it's going to give me even greater pleasure to squash you to death. No, I won't let you. And who are you? My ex-owner. Throw him into the lake. But master, what about me? How could I take my rightful place on top of his neck if he's dead? You don't need him. You never have, and you never will. But how can I be rearranged if I don't have a body? You don't need a body. You're already perfect. You are a butt. Are you not? I thought the plan was to knock out all humans and rearrange them. I only said that to get the butts to join the revolution. I knew that in spite of the way they've been treated, they would still be a little attached to their owners. But I also knew that once they were here, they would see it my way. The real purpose of the butt candle is to kill all humans, to completely clear the stage for the last and greatest life form on Earth. Oh well, what are you waiting for? Throw him into the lake.
No, I won't do it.
Then you will die as well. The great white butt turned black with rage, and a terrible sulfuric stink filled its chamber. He tried to smack them both, but Zach and his butt blasted off into the air, landing about 10 yards away from the great white butt who was standing next to Eleanor. So a boy who loves his butt, and a butt who loves his boy. How touching. What a pity the story has to have such a sad ending. Zach jumped on top of his butt. It took off into the air and flew straight at the great white butt. The great white butt tried to grab them, but Zach and his butt was too fast, too agile. Zach's butt zoomed as close as it could. Zach launched a double-handed power smack. It was like smacking concrete. Zach's butt zoomed away, but somehow managed to fly directly in front of the great white butt's mouth. I've got you now. Prepare for oblivion. Zach looked around for his butt, but it had disappeared. He looked across at Eleanor. She was in a bad way. Her clothespins had come loose, and she'd obviously taken a dangerous amount of methane. Her cheeks were green, her eyeballs huge and swollen, looked like they had been replaced with tennis balls. Hold it right there. Well, if it isn't the great butt hunter Silas. How fortunate. You're just in time to see your daughter die. Dad! Don't worry, Ellie. I'll have you out of there in no time. That's what you think. You'll have to kill me first. That's exactly what I've had in mind. For years, I dreamed of nothing else. Dream on! You shoot that thing and I'll gas your precious Eleanor. She'll be dead before the harpoon even leaves its launcher. As he spoke, a harpoon leaped from the end of its launcher and it sailed across the chamber and embedded itself deep into the left cheek of the great white butt. The great white butt stiffened, staggered backwards toward the lake. A thick rope trailed from the end of the harpoon and back up to the butt hunter. Zach noticed the butt hunter press a button and the harpoon came shooting back out of the great white butt and returned to the launcher. The butt hunter launched the harpoon again, this time hitting the teetering butt in the right cheek. The great white butt roared in agony and toppled backwards. The great white and splashed into the brown lake with a mighty splash. The great white butt was dead. There was silence. The butt hunter swung back and forth on his rappelling rope, and with one mighty swing, launched himself onto the safety of the ledge. Eleanor, are you all right?
I'm fine.
I'm sorry. I was called away on a top-secret interplanetary butt-fighting mission. There's been some trouble on Uranus. I couldn't tell you anything because the mission was classified. But when I found out what was happening back here, I came back as fast as I could.
Don't you ever disappear like that again. We had a deal to look out for each other, remember?
Yes, I remember. But there are some things I just have to do. Please forgive me.
I'll think about it. Oh, and by the way, nice shooting.
Thanks. God knows he had it coming. At last the earth could breathe easy and your mother can rest in peace.
Amen. Amen.
Well, let's get out of here.
I can't believe the great white butt's really gone.
Yeah, so much for being indestructible. I'm proud of you. Your butt mutiny helped save the world. It's good to have you back.
It's good to be back.
What was my time?